Let's take your feet out as wide as your mat. Make your feet parallel to the edge of your mat. Rock back and forth, balls of your feet to your heels. And then interlace your hands behind your back. If that's not comfortable for you, you could just kind of grasp your fingers together and start to draw your shoulders back and down, bringing your wrists long towards your tailbone. It's going to feel like you want to start to lift your chin as you open through your throat and your chest. So if you've been sitting for a bit or all this week, use this as the counter posture to all that sitting. Lift your chin, squeeze your shoulder blades together, really start to draw. Now you can start to press your hip bones forward. Start to press your hip bones forward if that feels okay for you. Good. Now hugging your torso in tight, start to go the other way. If you're okay keeping your arms like this, keep them this way as you drop your head, finding your forward fold. I've still got hips a little bit wider, or feet a little bit wider than hips. Let your head hang, lift your wrists up off the small of your back if you can. Again, if that's not comfortable, you can release and just put your hands on your back. But either way, you're drawing your elbows together, pulling your shoulders in. And there's like a pulling of your shoulders together gently. Soften your knees. Try to drop your head a little bit closer to the floor. So soften your knees, lift your tailbone. If you're holding your breath, it's a little awkward with your shoulders. Go ahead, take a breath here. And release your hands. Stay in your forward fold. Good. Bring your hands in front of you. You might find that you're surprised at how close you are now to the floor. Soften your knees. Put your hands either on the block or flat on the floor. And then straighten your elbows, straighten your legs. Push the weight back in your heels. Can you lift your toes up off the mat? Good. Push the weight into your hands. Maybe walk your hands or the hands on the block forward a little bit so you can take the block out in front of you. Put both hands on it or both hands on the floor. So now they're off the front of the mat, and just shift your weight forward gently. See if you can lift your heels, bearing a little bit of weight on your hands here. So lifting your heels, bearing a little weight on your hands, kind of like a down dog, but different. And still let your head hang. Good. Now controlled, use your legs for stability. Drop your heels back to the floor. Walk your hands back into center. Can you bring your toes and heels in line right under your hips? So walk your feet in. Good. Push down through your feet. Inhale, mountain pose. Stand all the way up. Reach. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Lean your body over to the right. Big side bend right here. Inhale up through center, switch. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, lean over to the left. Good. Inhale, switch. Take a moment here. Bring your hands down by your sides. Just stand in your Tadasana, palms facing forward, feet gently under your hips. Close your eyes. Just a moment of alignment and making space. Take a couple deep clearing breaths here. As if the roots of your feet could give you a charge all the way up through your legs into your shoulders and out your fingertips. Breathe in and breathe out. Take one more big breath in, big breath out, and turn back towards the front of your mat. Open your eyes. Bring your hands together at heart center. So we're going to move today, and we're not going to do too many things repetitively. We're just going to kind of move on, just for variety. getting towards the end of our week, middle of the month, cold winter days. So open your eyes, set an intention, think perhaps about how you could change your routine a little bit this weekend, just to make you feel like you have a little bit of variety, creativity in your life. And when you're ready, we'll all take a big breath in, reach up, mountain pose. First thing, sun salutation A. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tent your fingers or hands to shins, flat back. Soften your knees, step back to your high plank or your modified plank. Now, as we go through today, if you want to skip that low push-up, you can go straight to down dog, but I'm going to walk you through the low push-up. Push your heels forward, bend your elbows, go halfway down, low push-up. Breathe in, lift your chest, upward dog. Take it easy this first time. Roll back through your hands and knees. Take yourself back, first downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. It's like opening a box that's been shut for a long time, right? Start to clear it out. Big breath in, big breath out. Walk your feet to your hands. When you're ready, rise all the way up. Reach, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins or the floor. Good. Step back to your high plank. Transition to your chaturanga low plank or to your downward facing dog. If you're in the low plank, move on to your up dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good work. Breathe in, breathe out. Take your right leg up to the sky. You can have your left knee on the floor. We're just opening up that hip. Bend your knee, straighten and bend, circle your ankle. Switch legs, right foot to the floor, left leg up to the sky. Breathe it up. Exhale. Bend and straighten, circle it around, move your joints. Left foot down, look forward, bend your knees 3 times. Bend, straighten in your down dog. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Top of the mat, chair pose. Get there how you like. You can hop, you can walk, you can hobble, but we're all gonna get there. Bending knees, chest up, chair pose. Imagine you're holding like a little cotton ball between your knees and something very delicate is under your toes. So you're trying to not smush what's underneath your toes. Tailbone energetically down. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Let me hear you breathe, Thursdays. Inhale, flat back. Meet me in your high plank. Good work. Everybody, drop your left knee, right arm up towards the sky. Modified side plank. You can lift your right leg. Some of you might like to bend your right knee, grab your right ankle here. Good, come back. Nicely done. You're in your high plank. Good, low push up. Inhale to your upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Take your toes to touch. Make your way to the top of the mat. Chair pose. Breathe here. Get some energy from your pinky finger. So reach through those hands all the way into your elbows and your armpits. Look up, open your eyes, breathe in, exhale, fold. Look for your own connection. Breathe in, flat back, tummy tight, step back to your high plank. Good. Drop your right knee, take your left arm up to the sky, modified side plank. So right knee down, left arm up, yes. Good. Some of you lift your left leg. If you'd like, bend your left knee, reach for your left ankle. I've still got my right hand on the floor. Good. All right, gently release that. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. Low push up from your high plank or from your knees. Inhale, upward dog, good. Exhale, downward facing dog. That modified side plank we just did is your second option. As we go through that again, I'm going to walk you through regular side plank, but you know now how to do the modified side plank. Ready? Top of the mat. Chair pose. If you hit the same spot every time, see if you can take your hands to your hips and like you are driving down into the ground, drop your tailbone more, keeping this chest lifted. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Use the breath cues, guys. They will help you. Breathe in, flat back. Meet me in your high plank or modified. All right, we're doing modified or full side plank with your left knee down or left heels down. Right hand up. So modified is left knee down, right hand up. Good. Stay here, breathe, push the mat away, come back around, both hands on the mat. Low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Now you're getting a little warmer. Maybe you can have your thighs stay lifted as you exhale back, downward facing dog. Good work, breathe. Use your exhale to travel. Look where you're gonna go and make your way to the top of the mat. Chair pose. Belly down. There's some little delicate flowers under your toes. Don't smush them. Open your eyes. Look between your hands. Good, Susan. Breathe. Exhale, fold. Use this breath cue. Inhale, flat back, and then your exhale pushes you back into your high plank. Get ready by finding a nice strong stack on your right arm of shoulder over wrist, side plank, dropping your heels to the right or dropping your right knee. So right knee can be down, left hand up. Good. If you're in full side plank, pull your hips up towards the ceiling. Pull those hips up. Good, Nicole. Breathe. Yes, come back around, both hands to the floor. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Take it back. Downward facing dog. Good work. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Everybody drop your left knee. Take your right leg up. Square your shoulders. Zip up your belly. Float your left hand. Good. Now, can you move your left hand and your right leg out to opposite sides and then back together? If that's too much, just do the leg. So the leg moves out to the right and back to center, kind of like opening a gate, right? Left hand out. Do that again. A little bit of work in your IT band there. One more. Good. Now listen, put your left hand down, your right leg is still up. Modified flip dog. Take your right foot behind you, put it on the floor. Pivot your knee, peel your right hand up. So different than modified side plank where I'm just straight out to the side. Take this foot back behind you. Let everything open. Let your chest open. Imagine I'm pushing on your palm. Good. Come back around. Both knees on the mat. Take a couple cat-cows. Really make some changes through your spine here. Feel the front of your body getting longer when you drop your belly. When you drop your belly and lift your chin, lift your tailbone up towards the air. Opening through your back, good. Do what feels good for you, and then we're gonna find a nice strong stack on your left hand in particular. Take your left leg back, lift through your heels, straighten your leg, and notice that you start to collapse into the right side. Straighten up, zip up, Square those hips. Good. Nice, Alana. Now float your right hand up. Again, anytime that's too much, put your hand back down. And you can focus on your leg. Reach through your right hand. Okay, now open left leg to the left, right hand to the right, and then back to center. I'm like trying to open like a gate, keeping my leg elevated that whole time. Do it a few more times. At your own pace, I encourage you to remember to breathe. Open right hand to the right. Good. That's it. Let's do one more. Getting in touch with that muscle back there. Put your knees down, toes to touch, take it back. Big stretch, child's pose. Forehead to the floor. Breathe. Good. Start with your hands making contact on the mat. So spread out all 10 fingers. Press down and then bring your body up. Come back to your tabletop. Modified flip dog on the other side. So your left knee starts to lift, drop behind you. Left hand up towards the sky. Very nice. Now this is to open. So let yourself open. Now listen, next time we go to flip dog, this knee down option is there. And feels really great on your hip, or you have the option to do full flip dog, all right? Okay, come back around, left hand down. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Toes to touch. Step, walk, or hop. Top of the mat, chair pose. Reach up. Booty down. Bring your hands to heart center. Stay right here. Good. Linda, bring your ankles a little closer together if you can. There we go. Tailbone down, chest up. All right, prayer twist to the right. So left elbow is reaching towards the right. Some of you might bring your elbow to make contact with your knee. Some of you might grab your block, put it on your right thigh. See if you can rest your left elbow on your block. Some of you might just twist. If you've got contact with the block or your thigh, can you open your arms to the right? Very nice, Marco. Breathe here. If you can gently save your neck, look up towards your right thumb. You might be holding your breath. Don't do that. It's breath under duress. Breathe. Good. Gently come back through center. Inhale, stand all the way up. Counter pose. Take a big reach up and back. Good. Bring your hands through heart center. Stand up tall. And drop your tailbone back and down, chair pose. Let's go the other way. Concentrate. Feel your toes are light. There's little flowers there. Twist to the left. Your right elbow might come to a block on your left thigh. Might go to your thigh. Get your tailbone down. Then open your arms if that's an option for you. Very nice. Check in with your toes, the weights in your heels, squeeze your glutes. Good, bring your hands back together at heart center. Stand all the way up, reach. Reach up, reach up, reach up, maybe back. Exhale, forward fold. Stand in tall, breathe in, flat back. Jump or step back to your high plank or modified high plank. Good, low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Again, you can always skip that. Go right to your down dog because that's where we meet, all right? All right, guys. Modified or full flip dog. Right leg up. Bend your knee. If you're modifying, your left knee is down. If you're not, put your right foot on the floor. Turn your feet so they're parallel like the number 11. Push your hip bones up. Let your right arm drop you back. Good, now control. Steady through your torso, hug in, come around. Right hand down, side plank, modified or full. Turn your body to face the left edge of your mat. Reach up. Good, both hands down. Linda, meet us in downward facing dog. Everybody exhale it out, downward facing dog. Pedal it out here. Good, breathe in, breathe out. All right, toes to touch, top of the mat. All right, find your chair pose. Linda, I think you'd walked away, but I was just saying that we're doing modified side plank and flip dog on the other side or full, so you can choose to have your knee down. Everybody get in chair pose. You can also always skip that low push-up. Bring your hands together to heart center. Same twist. Here we go. Ready? Twist to the right. Drop your tailbone down. You can put a block on your right thigh, toes are light. Once you get there, square this right shoulder back, then maybe open your arms. Reach. Gaze is up. Feel your knees try to be in line. Okay, control by not moving your legs, come back through center, hands at heart center. So your legs never change. No one's, but everybody's like, Okay, other way. Here we go. Right elbow to left knee. They're like, your legs may not change, but mine are straightening. Thank you very much. All right, right elbow to left thigh. Drop your tailbone down. Push the palms towards the center of your chest and open your arms if you'd like. Very nice. Are your legs falling off, huh? Okay, stay with me. Here we go. Hands through heart center. Come back, counter pose all the way up. There you go. Reach it up. Take your feet a little wider. Push your hip bones forward. Open up through your chest and your back. Exhale, forward fold. All right, we're going to do the other side. Inhale, flat back. Step back to your high plank. You can go straight to your downward dog or go through your low push-up, upward facing dog, to downward facing dog. We'll all meet there. Good. Okay, if you're going to modify, put your right knee down. And then everybody, left leg up. Start to open through your left leg. Flip your dog. If you're modified, right knee stays down, left foot goes back. If not, left foot to the floor. Hips are up, reach up and back. Good. Control your neck, but take your gaze straight up. So we're not pinching chin to chest. Take your gaze up, and then if it's okay with you, let your gaze go back as your back becomes more bendy. Good. Tummy tight. Modified, come back around to hands and knees. Full side plank, other way. So here we go. Now, if you're modified, come put your left knee down, take your right leg up. Full side planks, face the right side of your mat. Catch your breath. Arch your hips up, reach through your right fingertips, whether your knee is down or not. Good, everybody, right hand on the floor. Let's finish it out. Low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take a breath and a break if you need it. In child's pose, if you don't need it, you can hang out in your downward dog or take a flow from your high plank to your down dog about 3 times. So take your rest, whether it's an active rest or it's a more quiet rest. Downward facing dog. Everybody go there now. We're going to take our right foot forward to high lunge. So right foot is going to right hand. Stay on your toes of your left foot. If that's bothersome for you, you can drop your heel. Rise all the way up, high lunge. Good. Lower into the space between your thighs and the floor. All right, now remember this shoulder exercise. Take your hands behind your head. Take your elbows out wide. Good, now open your arms out to the sides. Flip your palms, so now the palms face away from you. Bend your elbows, take them behind your back. Do that kind of like you're keeping your shoulders perfectly still. Set your gaze Now unwind your arms, take them out, flip your palms so they turn forward, bend them behind your head. So working legs and shoulders at the same time, and steady mind, steady breath. Open up your arms to the sides. Flip your palms. Bend your elbows. If you need to, you can drop your left knee. Take your arms out to the sides. Flip your palms. Bend behind your head. All right, if you're all with me here, okay, stay with me. Here we go. Lean forward. Stand back up. Let's do it for 5. Lean forward. Lift back up. You're a bendy toy, all right? You lean forward. Use the torso and the glutes. Lift back up. How's your right leg doing? Lean forward.
Wobbly.
Back up. You're all fabulous. Good. One more. Lean forward. Let it go. Put your hands to the floor. Ay, ay, ay. Take your left knee down. Straighten out your right leg. Take a little stretch here. I'm glad you guys are good. My right glute was having some, temper tantrums. So, okay. Not just me. That's good to know. All right. Good. Let's bring your right knee back down to the floor. Put your hands on the floor. Just kind of work out your hips here. Make some big circles. Nice wide knees. Just circle it all the way around. Go the other direction if you haven't already. Eduardo put his hand on my leg the other night when we were sitting on the couch, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, you're like a tree trunk." Right? I was like, well, one thing COVID has done for me is a lot of yoga. Right? Tuck your toes, friends. Let's push our hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Stretch it out here. If you want to soften your knees, just walk your feet in a little bit more so that you can get some length through your legs, pressing your heels down without that causing you any like screaming type of sensation. Okay, we're going to take our left foot forward for high lunge. So when you're ready, you can go through your right knee. We'll all meet here. Now, anytime I have that back knee lifted, you can always drop it for a moment or for the whole time. You could drop it also to a block. All right, get into your nice stable space with your feet. Reach up your arms. Hips are pulling under your ribs, so not back here, right? Under your ribs. Good. Challenge yourself. We're not here for very long. To give your legs this opportunity to work on stability. So drop down into this space between you and the floor. Hands behind your head. Pull those shoulders back. Suck your belly in. Good. Extend, arms open to the side. Your gaze is not wavering. Flip your palms. Now keep your elbows just bending and squeeze your hands behind your back, pulling those shoulder blades together. Good. Exhale, open up your hands. Flip your palms. Squeeze behind your head. Draw the elbows out. If you're compromising in your left knee, get down closer to the floor. Open it up to the sides. Flip your palms. Bend your elbows. Hands behind your back. Good. Hug that torso, that part of your back you're feeling. Try to contract through there to hug your belly in straight. Help your midsection open up. Last one. Open up to the side. Flip your palms. Challenge your legs. Take your arms behind your head. Good work. All right. Ready? Here we go. Exhale, flat back, lean forward, keeping your elbows out. Draw your body back up. Lean forward. I'm really trying to keep a flat back, like I'm a folded piece of wood on a hinge. Forward and lift. 2 more. Yes, you can do that. Here we go. Forward and lift. Last one. Forward, lift, and drop yourself back down to the floor. Drop your back knee, drop your hands, relax your left leg. You can give your left leg a little, feels good. Oh. Stretch it out here. Maybe you want to take your right hand, reach for the outside of your left foot. Okay, bring both knees down. Circle out your hips, and then we're going to do shoelace. So while you're circling out your hips, let me remind you about that. So shoelace is where we cross one knee behind the other and then sit back. So some of you like to sit back onto your block, okay? And some of you have a hard time getting there, and it might be just better for you to keep one leg out straight. We'll see how we do. Okay, so from hands and knees, have your block handy if you'd like it. Bring your left knee a little bit more center under your chest. Take your right knee up, bent, and pull your right knee behind your left. Now you have this shoelace. Now start walking your hands back and drop your booty back to the floor or to sit on the block. If you're not going to quite get there, your right leg can straighten and your left leg is just on top. Very nice. All right, if you're on your block and you feel like totally fine, you might see what that's like without the block. All right, and if you're not on your block, yeah, good, Linda. All right, grab your feet, friends, if you can. If not, grab onto your top leg. Lengthen like you have something pulling you up from the back of your neck, lifting through your neck. Take a deep breath in and then lean forward. Like your intention here is to drop your chin to the floor out in front of you, not nose to knee, chin to floor. So really leaning forward with the super flat back. Good. You're not going to go quite as far, but you're going to feel this through your left hip. I see some faces that we're feeling it through our left hip. Okay. Supersize me. Huh. If you can let go of your feet, you might like to take your hands to the mat in front of you and just reach forward. If that's going to pull you to topple over, then don't go quite so far. And as a reminder, you could always have this right leg out straight in front of you. This is your opportunity, like we talked about yesterday. You are learning to find the yin and the yang in your life and in your body, not staying always one or the other. Think of your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems being like the yin and the yang. The soft one is the parasympathetic, the fight or flight one is the sympathetic, and we want both, but we want to be able to have that moderate balance. So you're calming down here. All right, gently lift your chest. Everybody, keep your left knee bent and straighten out your right leg. If you are on your block, you probably want to sit down on the floor, but let's see how you are. So don't do that yet. We're just going to take a twist to the left. So if you are on your block and you're okay with that, then you can stay there. So I'm twisting towards my bent knee. Good. Use your right hand for a little leverage behind you. Right leg is out, left knee on top. Turn towards the left. Good. Some of you might be able to use this right arm for a little leverage, bringing it to the outside of your left knee so that you can open up your chest a little bit more. Good. Marco, see if you can go back to the way you were with your knee straight up. Nope, the other way you were. There, Now see if you can take this upper part of your arm, pull it in front of that thigh, and now take a deeper twist through your waist. Yeah. Nice, Michaela. Good. Okay, unwind. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Work out this left leg as we kind of come out of this. Slide it to the floor. Let's take a forward fold, reaching for the backs of your knees, for your feet, or for your ankles. And then we'll do this shoelace on the other side. So bring yourself back to your hands and knees. Wag your tail a little bit, do a couple cat-cows. Get that mobility through your skeleton, through your hips and your spine. Okay, friends, we're going to take our left knee up, take it behind the right. Splay your feet out a little bit. Remember, you can sit on your block as you start to drop your hips back and bring yourself to be on the floor. This time your right knee is up. Your hips are different, so you've got different joint space. So if you need the block on one side and not on the other, or if you need to extend, this time you would have your right knee bent, left leg out if you want to go there, okay? All right, let's start by holding onto your feet. Sit up nice and tall, draw your shoulders down and back. Close your eyes, close your mouth. Find breath in and out through your nose. This simple art, if you're reading about things and you say, oh, I practice pranayama, you are practicing pranayama because you're sitting tall, your mouth is closed. You are using the natural structures and filters that your body already has for filtering and warming and humidifying air as you breathe in and out through your nose intentionally. That is pranayama. All right, take your hands forward if you can, finding some grounding underneath your palms and the mat, and maybe walk forward, folding forward. But again, just let's be mindful you're not dropping your chin towards your chest, and instead think like you're telescoping forward, like you were going to try to reach something way at the front edge of your mat. The sensation is most likely in kind of the side and back of your right hip and leg. Again, if you need to change, you would have your left leg extended out in front of you. Use that opportunity to practice your pranayama, the life force of breathing. The only difference being that you are doing that intentionally. It's like giving your own body a little tune-up. All right, walk your hands back. Keep your right leg right where it is. Straighten out your left leg if you haven't already. And try to find, you have two sitting bones that are kind of the bottom of your pelvis. So feel grounded here. Left leg, toes straight up towards the sky. Bring your right knee in and straight up, and then take your twist to the right. I like to get there in phases. So trying to twist through the ribs first, using my right hand for a little leverage. Then once I've got that twist through the ribs, now I can use the left arm to help me kind of find more opening through shoulders. And notice how I'm trying to keep a nice, strong, wide collarbone and long spine. So length always happening, no rounding, no collapsing. So the intention is not how twisty you are, but how you can find extension here. Take a couple breaths. Good job, friends. Unwind. Come back to center. Work out your right leg as you unhook it here. Let's scoot to the top of your mat. We're on our downhill. We're going down to our back. Let's go there nice and slow. Legs up. Chest up. All right. This is like a how low you can go game, right? Here we go. All right. Last one standing gets a gold sticker.
That won't be me.
No, right? Okay, so let's all start right here, okay? And then when I say one, go back like one notch and then stop. Oh, that got me to my shaking zone. Okay, okay, when I say two, go back another notch. Ready? Go, go back. Okay, come on, drop your elbows just a little bit. All right, when I say three, lower it one more notch. Oh. Keep your shoulders up if you can. Okay, we're dropping like flies. When I say four, straighten out your legs. Ugh. Come on, straighten those legs. Good. Y'all are so strong. Okay, when I say five, go to the mat. Take a big stretch. Fingers to toes. Good. Draw your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit side to side, holding on to the fronts of your legs. Good. Let's do reclined pigeon. So left foot on the floor, right ankle on top. Start by pushing your right hand into your right thigh. And then keep that degree of opening, so this right leg away from your body as you lift up your left foot. If you've not already, put your hands behind your left thigh. Flex your left foot, maybe extending heel towards the sky. Flex your right toes. Think about really opening through the right knee away from you and pull your left thigh towards your chest. We're going to stay here for about 5 breaths. I invite you and challenge you to close your eyes and just be in that space of inviting breath. After your 5 breaths, release your hands from your thigh. Put your left foot on the floor. Cross your legs all the way over, so kind of like we were doing shoelace before. So now I'm crossed all the way over at the knees as much as you can, and drop your knees over to the right. The knees go to the right with your right leg on top. Great chance to put your left palm down on the floor and try to rest your left ear towards the mat. All right, lift your knees back up to center. Uncross your legs. Take your feet out really wide before we do the other side. So super wide off the edges of your mat, and just do a windshield wiper. So now your knees do not touch. They just go side to side, but your feet are off the edges of the mat. So knees are bent, feet off the edges of the mat, big windshield wiper. Good. All right, walk your feet together. Feel your right foot planted. Lift your left foot, cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh. We're not in a rush, so enjoy this moment. Take your left hand to your left knee or left thigh, push it away. When you're ready, you start to progress, lifting up your right ankle and catching the back of your right thigh with your hands. Use the energy you have of your upper body to pull your right thigh towards your chest, and try having both feet flexed. You get a little bit more active all the way through your leg. Close your eyes, soften your jaw. Let your lips be slightly closed. One more breath here. Good. Then release this leg. Gently drop your right foot to the floor and pull your left knee so it's more, we often sit this way, right? Draping your foot, your thighs more closely together. Good. And then drop both knees over to the left. As you reach your right hand out, right palm down, try to pull your right ear towards the floor. I offered for you to think about something that you could do in this moment where nothing's open, there's no place to go, nothing to do, and it's also very cold. But what can you do that would be creative and add variety this weekend? Maybe you can rearrange some furniture or just change your routine, have breakfast for dinner, do something. If you normally work and watch TV, then play cards. If you normally are on the computer, try just sitting and looking out the window. Just do something different. Our brains get into a track, and then before you know it, we're on this like endless loop. It's hard to combat, typically in January, much less this January. Bring your knees back up to center. Uncross. Let's do one more of those wide windshield wipers. So take your feet, knees are still bent, but feet are super wide off the edges of your mat, and just drop knees side to side. Really good for releasing through your hips and back. No strain here at all. If you need anything else, you are free to find it and take this time to stretch out or lengthen, do anything else that's going to make you feel complete as you set yourself up in the next minute or so for your final rest, whether that be legs up or maybe your body's supported. You could even put your block or your pillow underneath your bent knees, give you like a little elevation, just whatever feels nice. Take this time. Perhaps you would just enjoy a few extra seconds of your rest. Take a big stretch with your arms back behind you. And then bring your hands, no matter where your legs are, bring your hands up towards the sky and start to rub your palms together. Like your hands were two sticks or you were really chilly. Rub your palms together. Create some friction here, so we're really trying to generate some heat. Rub your palms together. Keep rubbing your palms together, literally generating the friction. When you start to feel warming between your hands, do that for a few more seconds, and then press your palms to your eyes, blocking out the light, feeling the energy and the warmth that you just generated, soaking into your consciousness, soaking into you, knowing that all the energy you need is probably already inside you. It's just easier to look to others sometimes to get it. Take your hands away from your eyes. Start to wiggle fingers, toes, ankles, wrists, and then we'll make our way over to our side. Opening your eyes and finding your seat at the top of your mat. Bring your hands together at heart center. Rest for a moment. Even if you have a lot of other things that are stressful, I invite you right now to just be calm and grateful. But today, you are healthy enough, strong enough, free enough to take an hour of your life and share yoga. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.